Chapter 1. Meeting Jenny. My name is Paul. I am a student at a university. There is a girl in my class named Jenny. Jenny is very beautiful. She has long brown hair that shines in the sunlight. Her eyes are big and blue like the ocean. I like her a lot, but I am too shy to talk to her. My English is not very good, and I am afraid I will make mistakes. Jenny is very smart and confident. She is always participating in class and speaking English fluently. I admire her a lot. I want to get to know her, but I do not know how to start a conversation. One day I saw Jenny in the library. She was sitting at a table, reading a book. I took a deep breath and decided to go talk to her. My heart was beating fast. "Hi, Jenny," I said softly. She looked up and smiled. "Hi, Paul. How are you?" she asked. Her voice was sweet and kind. "I am good. Do you like reading?" I asked, trying to keep the conversation going. "Yes, I love reading. It helps me relax and learn new things. How about you?" she asked, looking at me with interest. "I like reading too," I said, even though I did not read much. I wanted to impress her. "That's great. What kind of books do you like?" she asked. I hesitated for a moment. I did not know much about books. "I like adventure books," I said, hoping it was a good answer. "Me too. Have you read The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien?" she asked, her eyes lighting up with excitement. "No, I haven't read it yet," I admitted. "You should. It's a fantastic adventure story. Maybe you can read it, and we can talk about it sometime," she suggested. "I will definitely read it," I said, feeling happy that we had something to talk about. We talked for a few more minutes, and then she said, "I have to go now. See you later, Paul." "See you, Jenny," I said, watching her leave. I felt happy and proud of myself for talking to her. It was a good start. After that day, I decided to improve my English. I wanted to be able to talk to Jenny more confidently. I made a plan to practice every day. I started with simple steps. First, I borrowed The Hobbit from the library and started reading it. It was challenging, but I used a dictionary to look up words I did not understand. I also watched English movies with subtitles. It helped me learn new words and understand how to use them in sentences. I listened to English songs and tried to sing along. It was fun and a good way to practice pronunciation. Every day I practiced speaking English. I talked to my friends in English, even though I made many mistakes. My friends were very supportive. They corrected my mistakes and encouraged me to keep going. I was determined to improve. One day I saw Jenny in the cafeteria. She was sitting alone eating lunch. I took a deep breath and went to her table. "Hi, Jenny. Can I sit here?" I asked. "Sure, Paul. Have a seat," she said, smiling. We started talking, and I felt a little nervous, but I tried my best. "How is your day going?" I asked. "It's going well. How about yours?" she replied. "It's good. I started reading in The Hobbit like you suggested," I said. "Really? That's great. What do you think of it so far?" she asked, looking interested. "It's very interesting. I like the characters and the adventure," I said. "I'm glad you like it. If you have any questions about the book, feel free to ask me," she offered. "Thank you, Jenny. I will," I said, feeling grateful for her kindness. We continued talking, and I felt more comfortable. I was still making mistakes, but Jenny was patient. She listened carefully and corrected me gently. I appreciated her support. As days went by, Jenny and I started talking more often. We met in the cafeteria, the library, and sometimes after classes. We became good friends. I was getting more confident in speaking English. I was happy to spend time with her. One day, Jenny invited me to a party. Paul, there is a party this weekend. Would you like to come? She asked. I was excited but nervous. Yes, I would love to come, I said. At the party, I met Jenny's friends. They were all very nice. We talked and laughed. I tried my best to speak in English. Jenny helped me when I struggled. I felt more comfortable around her. Later that night, Jenny and I went for a walk. The sky was full of stars. It was a beautiful night. Do you like parties? She asked. They are fun, but I get nervous sometimes, I admitted. Why do you get nervous? She asked, looking at me. Because my English is not very good. I am afraid I will make mistakes, I said. Paul, your English is getting better every day. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. That's how we learn, she said, smiling. Thank you, Jenny. You are very kind, I said. We talked about our dreams and goals. I told her about my dream to travel the world. She told me about her dream to become a writer. We shared our fears and hopes. I realized I was falling more in love with Jenny. She was kind, smart, and beautiful. I wanted to tell her my feelings, but I was still scared. I did not know if she felt the same way. Chapter 2. Trying to Improve. I decided it was time to take my English learning to the next level. I wanted to be able to express my feelings to Jenny clearly and confidently. I created a more detailed plan for improving my English. First, I made a list of English words and phrases that I needed to learn. I used flashcards to memorize them. I reviewed them every day. It was a good way to expand my vocabulary. I also started writing a diary in English. Every night I wrote about my day, my thoughts, and my feelings. It helped me practice writing and organizing my thoughts in English. I used a grammar book to check my sentences and learn from my mistakes. Another strategy I used was speaking English with a language partner. I found a language exchange program online. I partnered with a native English speaker who wanted to learn my language. We helped each other practice. It was fun and very helpful. One day I decided to join an English conversation club in college. It was a group of students who met every week to practice speaking English. I was nervous at first, but everyone was friendly and supportive. We talked about different topics, played language games, and helped each other improve. I was getting better day by day. My confidence was growing. I was still making mistakes, but I was not afraid anymore. I knew that making mistakes was a part of learning. One afternoon, I saw Jenny in the library again. She was reading a different book this time. I went to her table. Hi, Jenny. What are you reading? I asked. She looked up and smiled. Hi, Paul. I'm reading Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Have you read it? She asked. No, I haven't. Is it good? I asked. It's a classic. I love it. It's about love, society, and misunderstandings, she explained. It sounds interesting. Maybe I will read it next, I said. We talked about books, movies, and many other things. I felt more relaxed and confident. I was able to express myself better. Jenny noticed my improvement. Paul, your English has improved a lot. You're speaking so well, she said. Thank you, Jenny. I have been practicing a lot, I said. I can see that. Keep up the good work, she encouraged me. One day, Jenny invited me to a study group. Paul, some friends and I are forming a study group for our English literature class. Would you like to join us? She asked. I would love to, I said. The study group was very helpful. We discussed our readings, shared ideas, and helped each other understand difficult concepts. It was also a great opportunity for me to practice speaking and listening in English. During one of our study sessions, Jenny and I stayed behind after the others left. Paul, I really enjoy our conversations. You have a unique perspective, she said. Thank you, Jenny. I enjoy talking to you too. You are very inspiring, I said. She smiled and said, I'm glad we met. You have become a good friend. I felt a warm feeling in my heart. Jenny was not just a girl I liked. She was also a true friend. I wanted to tell her how I felt, but I was still waiting for the right moment. One evening, Jenny and I went for a walk in the park. The sun was setting, and the sky was painted with beautiful colors. We sat on a bench and watched the sunset. Paul, what do you like most about learning English? Jenny asked. I like that it allows me to connect with people from different cultures. It opens up a new world of opportunities, I said. That's true. Language is a powerful tool. It brings people together, she said. Jenny, you have helped me a lot with my English. I am very grateful, I said. I'm happy to help, Paul. You are a hard worker, and you inspire me too, she said. We talked about our dreams again. I told her about my dream to travel to English-speaking countries and learn more about their cultures. She told me about her dream to write a novel and share her stories with the world. As we walked back, I realized that Jenny was not just a crush. She was someone I deeply admired and cared for. I knew I had to tell her my feelings soon. Chapter 3. Getting Closer. Jenny and I continued to grow closer. We spent more time together, studying, talking, and enjoying each other's company. My English was improving, and I felt more confident every day. One weekend, Jenny invited me to a cultural festival in the city. Paul, there's a cultural festival this weekend. Would you like to go with me? She asked. Yes, I would love to go, I said, feeling excited. The festival was amazing. There were food stalls, music, and dance performances from different cultures. Jenny and I tried different foods and watched the performances together. It was a fun and memorable day. Paul, thank you for coming with me. I had a great time, Jenny said as we walked back. Thank you for inviting me, Jenny. I had a wonderful time too, I said. As we walked, we talked about our favorite parts of the festival. I told her about a dance performance that I found fascinating. She told me about a food stall that had her favorite snacks. Paul, I enjoy spending time with you. You always make things fun and interesting, she said. I enjoy spending time with you too, Jenny. You are kind and thoughtful, I said. We continued talking, and I felt a strong connection with her. I knew it was time to tell her my feelings, but I was still waiting for the right moment. One evening, Jenny and I went to a cafe near the college. It was a cozy place with a warm atmosphere. We sat by the window and ordered our favorite drinks. Paul, how are your English studies going? She asked. They are going well. I feel more confident now. Thanks to you, I said. You have worked hard, Paul. I'm proud of you, she said, smiling. Thank you, Jenny. Your support means a lot to me, I said. We talked about our classes, our hobbies, and our dreams. I felt comfortable and happy. I knew I had to tell her my feelings soon. One day I asked Jenny to meet me at the park again. It was a sunny afternoon, and the park was beautiful. We sat on our favorite bench and watched the people passing by. Jenny, I have something to tell you, I said, feeling nervous. What is it, Paul? She asked, looking at me with her big blue eyes. I like you, Jenny. I like you a lot. You are very special to me, I said, my heart pounding. Jenny smiled and said, Paul, I like you too. You are kind, hardworking, and inspiring. I am happy to know you. My heart skipped a beat. I could not believe it. Jenny liked me too. We talked for a long time that day. We shared our feelings and thoughts. It was the happiest day of my life. Jenny and I started dating. We spent a lot of time together going to the movies, the park, and our favorite cafe. We shared many happy moments. I was very happy. My English improved a lot. I could speak more confidently. I still made mistakes, but I was not afraid anymore. Jenny helped me a lot. She encouraged me and supported me. I was grateful to have her in my life. We faced some challenges, but we faced them together. We learned from each other and grew together. Our bond became stronger every day. I was happy and content. I realized that love is not just about speaking the same language. It is about understanding, kindness, and support. Jenny and I understood each other. We supported each other. We were happy together. Chapter 4: The Confession. I decided it was time to tell Jenny my deeper feelings. I wanted to let her know how much she meant to me. I practiced what I would say. I wrote it down and read it many times. I wanted to get it right. One day I asked Jenny to meet me at the park again. She agreed. We sat on our favorite bench and talked for a while. I took a deep breath. "Jenny, I have something important to tell you," I said. She looked at me with her big blue eyes. "What is it, Paul?" she asked. "Jenny, I love you. I love you more than words can say. You are the most important person in my life. You have changed my life for the better. I am grateful for every moment we spend together," I said, feeling my heart race. Jenny smiled and said, "Paul, I love you too. You are my best friend and my love. You make me happy every day. I am grateful for you." My heart was filled with joy. I could not believe it. Jenny loved me too. We hugged and shared a beautiful moment together. It was the happiest day of my life. We talked about our future and our dreams. We made plans to travel together and explore the world. We promised to support each other and be there for each other.